DA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm
First run now for Kyron Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
For the Rams.
And he's able to get it out of there. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Seven Pirates.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Alec Pierce, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. You talk about this Rams defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Here's a tap forward by Richardson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Michael Walker there to bring him down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's another one complete to Mitchell.
Richardson's pass. Complete to
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Richardson looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 44-yard attempt.
And his kick is good.
His kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
Get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Fielded at about the 28. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Richardson working from the gun. And he's got Pierce. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Rams' 41-yard line.
10 to 11, 10 to 11. 19, Buffalo 18, trap 60, trap 60.
Now it's Richardson. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Richardson looking to throw this. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Rams nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off 14.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
5-yard line.
Project,
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Hey, 5-0!
Now it's Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 to score after one on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Alert! Watch out. Loose, drill right, 22! Sit on!
Off of play action, here's Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are back within a score. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield and made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Joshua Kearney to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes left side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Colts. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And no thought of bringing this one out. It'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here's Stafford. Screen play set up for Williams. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space. The big guys leading the way.
He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. The Rams are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they fell in the opener, got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
From the 42-yard line, here's a second down and 9. To throw is Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 21. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Rams, first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch. Over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
Hold it ready.
Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And shutting him off down open field. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all my friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. From the 38 now, here's second down and 7. Now Stafford. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Running money up to a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got rich, bro, coming slow, 6 racks on the sweat.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Get a lady! Hey, 50! Motion, chase, stay with him!
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
27-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
At the 48-yard
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Come on. Mustang 19.
Here's Richardson to throw. Eyes the crossing route, and he finds Pittman. He takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Ready.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 96 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Y'all got to pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We mighty low power ranger. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk out.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Cowboy 80. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Now they send a man in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Richardson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
18 Rattler.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Colts.
Richardson's pass.
Tyler Warren from 4 yards out. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
14. Rigoberto Sanchez, the kickoff.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
I run it like Nike, we got it on lock.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Stafford. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
Here we go.
They hand off to the big tight end. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Second down and 3. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Richardson. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Here's 2nd and 10. And Richardson back to throw it. His throw incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Richardson. He's on his way. And finally taken down at the 15. A big gain of 31 on third down.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
First and goal, Indianapolis.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 24.
Rams, 14. Rigoberto Sanchez kicking off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
I got eat on their toes. I put the road. She's on my I got this. She trying to show me something. I got flows for days.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Ready,
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and Will Williams loses the football. Well, one of the linebackers has got it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Play action. Stafford. Oh, dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
250. 0. Go. Easy, alert.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Look, 60.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He gets this to Devontae Adams. Well, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here we go with Williams. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion.
Set. Get a 20. 20 hot.
Again, it's Williams. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
It's a gain of
46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he's struggling, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, 5-0, 180.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
19, touch.
Richardson, shotgun on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get him down to about the 47, well short of the first. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt for the Colts.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And Partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Ball went out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown before he's playing.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
sliding out of the pocket. They'll get this one complete there to Pittman. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
2nd and 10.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. That's 7 Pirates, 70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 44 yards. And the Colts are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as he just added on to that big lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Ready.
Throwing is Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Lady. Hey, 22.
Stafford now to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and 2nd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the way out there with a new 3rd down.
They geared up and took a deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To the sideline and incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
32, 180.
Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. That is caught. Gets through, and now an opening. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And they're going to get the two-point conversion caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. The fades are tough because you need a perfectly placed pass. They got one there.
That they did. Now, I used to have a former partner I worked with who hated the fade pass. Where do you stand on it?
I do not like it because you're going into a corner. You don't have any room. What do you think? You're the analyst.
I love it when they complete it. Then it's a hell of a call.
Yeah, well, that's not very gutsy.
Yeah, it really isn't.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it would seem as if their three-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start first and 10.
Jonathan Taylor.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Second down, another run with Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They're going to snap this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
60 Eagles.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Indianapolis, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign.